What is going on, Game Fiends, and welcome back to the channel. We have another Destiny 2 video for the GM Nightfall released last Tuesday. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this video up sooner because my PlayStation 5 is acting quite funny. Basically, it's giving me some disk error code when I'm trying to transfer the file from my PlayStation SSD to an external SSD. I don't know why. Everything is working fine prior to this, but I've been trying to research it, and it seems that some people have also had the same issue, and I think I solved it on my own. I tried something. I'm gonna try it again because I have another video that's about 48 minutes long, and it's giving me the same exact issue. So I'm gonna try this little trick I did the other day to make it work for me. If it works for me again, I'm gonna make a video about it to share it with everyone, because it seems that this is a common issue with a lot of people transferring files from the internal SSD of the PlayStation to an external SSD. But that's for another video. Today I wanted to talk about the Grand Master, that even though we're about to get the new one tomorrow, I still wanted to showcase a build I made using the Gifted Conviction. This is my current favorite exotic for the hunter. It's what I use for Vespa's host. I actually used it in all 3 encounters and it worked extremely well for me. However, I used that on Arc. This time I decided to try it on Prismatic and give it a go to see what I can come up with and if it would work how I would like it to work. And if you want to know straight up right ahead, yes, this build worked extremely well. In fact, I think I'm gonna try to use this build on every single GM that releases this season to see if I'm able to finish them with this one build you see here. Like I said, it's a Prismatic build. I am using Symmetry as my exotic. I'm using Tanisha's Mastery, and then I'm using a linear, what is it called? The thin line, whatever. We'll get to that. I forget the name of it, but here is some of the gameplay. We're gonna do the full run of this just to show you. No cheesing, right? We ain't cheesing this. You know, I hate groups that you go into a room and they're like, oh, let's do the cheese. No, bro, I came in here to play. I didn't come here to be in a corner like a damn sack of potatoes just waiting. This is not hard at all. I don't find this hard. Maybe I found it hard when I first played this back in the day in Destiny as I was starting out. Yeah, but there's people that have Conqueror seals, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're still trying to do the glitch. Like, to me, that just makes no sense. Why are you even playing this thing? Why are you even playing it? You know? But that's just my rant. But ultimately, if that's what works for you, I guess that's what works for you, you know? I'm not hating on you, but if I go into your room and you say you want to do a cheese, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to go into your room and I'm going to be an a-hole, and I'm just going to go around the shit around, and then I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? You may not like that, but I don't like cheesing, man. I want to play the game, man. I just want to eliminate everything. You know what I mean? Eliminate everything. Let's go, man. We ain't doing no cheese for anything. We're playing this straight up. I'm playing with randoms, use Fireteam Finder. These guys were actually good. They held their own, as I did. I'm gonna leave chapters in the description if you don't wanna watch this whole video, or if you only wanna watch certain sections of it, including if you wanna jump straight to the build section of the video. Or, you know, you can help me out. You could watch the video, right? You can watch, you don't have to jump to the sections, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna put you chapters. I'm gonna do that for you, so you can jump from, you know, whatever section you want to. But, you know, help a new YouTuber out, you know what I mean? Right there, a few seconds ago, you just saw me pop Golden Gun. That is the super of choice. You can use whatever super you like. It's not specific to this build, but I like it because of restoration, and also I have recuperation. So when I do Ascension, I'm able to pick up them orbs and proc restoration and recuperation. Very happy that Gifted Conviction got that buff where you're able to pick up orbs and also at the same time activate your dodge, because I am using Acrobat's dodge instead of using a fragment slot for Facet of Dawn to activate Radiant. I don't need that since I'm not going to be dodging. I'm going to be using Ascension a lot, and it just makes sense to have Acrobat's dodge instead of Facet of Dawn. So why symmetry as my exotic? Well, very simple. I absolutely love this gun. It has a dynamic charge, which has those arc seekers, which do really good damage overall. And, you know, for a gun that doesn't have a lot of range, it just feels like it does. It's really, really, really weird. I don't know. Leave it like if you agree with me about the range of the symmetry, because according to the stats, it has a 30 range, but to me, it feels like it's a 60, or it has like absolutely no fall off whatsoever. So yeah, leave a comment if you agree, but you don't have to take symmetry. This is optional. I do, however, recommend you do take a arc weapon, even if it's a grenade launcher that'll take out the shield specifically for the knights, especially during the last encounter where you're gonna have to do the dunks and those knights do have the arc shields. Just makes life easier. Going back to my heavy, I am using Line in the Sand linear fusion rifle. You can actually still get this in the helm. I'm sure you have a ton of engrams there just waiting for you to use. Highly recommend it because it's one of the few arc linear fusions you can get in the game, or unless you have Storm Chaser, a good roll on that. But basically you can use any linear in here that you like. It doesn't have to be this, but if you don't have Line in the Sand, definitely get it. Waste your engrams and grab that bad boy, because I'm sure it'll disappear very soon. Same thing can be said for my sidearm that I'm using to stun barriers. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use Tinasha's Mastery. You can use a call if you want, or just depend on someone else to stun barriers. You can carry on there a different weapon, a grenade launcher of sorts.
Moving back to a holding pattern. Good luck.
Now we are gonna take C. I am gonna stay in this section here where these taken spawn, so I can get rid of them with my ascension and just make it easier. This is a good pattern. Just stay here. The other guys wanted to do whatever they wanted to do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. By the way, we're not communicating. We're doing this without mics. So I decided to stay here because these guys here always spawn here, and I just wanted to make it easier for everyone as they spawn to get rid of them. And also from here, I'm able to shoot all the way down there to see, just in case some of them need help, and I can just go on over there, get invisible if they happen to perish, and revive them also. But this is a great distance between symmetry and C, because you can pretty much hit everything. And things are actually about to get a little spicy. One of my teammates actually perished, and I almost lost all my health, but I made it because, you know, invisibility is a beautiful thing for hunters. Know what I mean?
Guardian down.
Towers are ours again. Grabbing you a laser core for the dunk.
Okay, we made it to my favorite section, and I just found this out. I didn't know I can go around this column. Some guy did it last week, and I was like, wow, all this time, and you can actually do that. And I'm here trying to go, you know, destroy the trap and go by it. We got two champions here, right? We're gonna get rid of this guy real quick here. Well, not real quick, but Not enough because I'm the only one fighting him right now. But my boy's gonna come over here. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? I come back and say, hey, here we go. Hey, there it is. Finish him off. And then we got the barrier. And then we're gonna start this encounter. I do not go up to the top unless I'm in extreme danger, and you'll see that here. I stay in this section, or actually not this section, but I do come back here a couple of times. You'll see in the video, but I like to stay by the stairs where they spawn. I'm not a fan of being up top. I've been in situations where we've wiped plenty of times, so I plant my booty right here, pop transition, transition right here, and I stay here for a lot of the encounter, for the exception of when the two guys lose their life. And you'll see that I'm gonna let this video play for a little bit, and then we'll talk about the next encounter, which is the second to last encounter, which is also very easy, and then we'll do a little bit of talking in the final boss encounter. So I'll let you enjoy this video. And if you liking the content, you know what I mean, hit up my like, man, hit my bell notification, and subscribe for more stuff like this. You know, I don't just play Destinies. I play, you know, I play a lot of other different games, and you know, you'll see a lot of new content coming up in the next few weeks, as I'm actually taking a week off of work, so I'm gonna work on a few games. But yeah, I'll let you enjoy the rest of this video, and let me stop talking right here.
Down.
Okay, now that got a little spicy, but I want to ask a question. How many of y'all died right there? Because I ain't gonna lie, I played this GM quite a few times, and I want to say I died at least half of those times jumping this area right here. I think he makes it. I always wait for people because I want to hit Ascension so that we can get the little speed boost. And I'm shooting at him. I was like, hold on, man, come over here. Let me give you Ascension. There we go. Yeah, and and we can do this a lot easier for everybody. Again, supporting my team with Ascension, giving them that amplification, amplify, baby. But it ain't always chocolates and strawberries, no? Right here, look at it. I messed up. Yeah, amplify doesn't always mean a good thing. But I did tell him after this, if that does happen to you, don't worry. You don't have to take the chance of going back, because I actually had my text chat off, so I had to put it back on and let them know that I will respawn if you get past this encounter, so they don't have to worry about trying to get me, and taking a chance of losing a life token here. So that's what I was trying to write to them here, but I wasn't quick enough, and he ended up perishing himself. But luckily he didn't spawn where I was, since he made it over here. He spawned right back with the other team it is, so he was able to spawn him, and I was finally able to get it. You see there, keep going, it'll pull me up later, but a little too late and a little too slow, you know what I mean, because I am typing with a controller and not a keyboard. My bad.
Moving back to a holding pattern. Good luck. Hive aren't switching up their strategy. What's that saying you used to like, Elsie? If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Spot on, though I might have taken it too literally.
And I'm back. So that's where you would spawn if you happen to not make it and drop like I did. So you don't have to worry about having someone take a risk of losing a life token and going back for you. Don't worry about it. Let them play out the section, which is really easy compared to everything else that we've encountered. And yeah, you'll be back here playing, getting the next laser cannon so we can take out these symbols and get ready for the boss encounter, which is a bit difficult, I would admit. And there is obviously a cheese for this. The original cheese that I did when I used to play with a couple of friends back in the day was you go to the towers, or actually columns, and there's a little like cubby hole, so to speak. You can, like a little alcove type section of that column that you can jump up to and be there, and two people can be there. I've done it. and basically the boss will stay right there in that section. He won't move because he's paying attention to you while you go out and eliminate the enemies and the knights and go on and dunk the balls. However, one of the guys on the team decided to go on ahead and try to do the cheese. Like I said, we weren't communicating, so not even through text. I went ahead and just started doing whatever I needed to do to finish the encounter, which was trying to dunk the balls. It does get spicy in certain points, and I did end up perishing once in this encounter. Completely my fault because I was not paying attention to my backside, and a knight came out of nowhere and absolutely just demolished me. But I should have known better because I knew there was going to be someone behind me when you're in that section. It just always happens. You know, I've died in that section multiple times. So here, nothing new. You've seen this section before. We're just trying to get the guy down, the boss down to half health so we can start the dunking, and I'm gonna let it play for a little bit here until we get to that section.
Guardian down.
contact with clarity? There are trace elements in its code structure.
Rasputin attempted to protect us from the Black Fleet. He was unable to stop them.
A disappointing miscalculation. Potentially even a malfunction.
You don't know him. Rasputin chose to stand with us, to give us hope.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, got a little spicy there, but we got it done. Here are the weapons I'm using: Tenacious Mastery, Symmetry, and Line in the Sand. You don't have to use these specifically, but something to those extents would be nice. Obviously, the armor, Exotic, Gifted Conviction, in my opinion, again, STier, a lot of fun to use, and after the rework, just great. Those are some of my mods. You can pause it if you want to look at that. Let's talk Prismatic. Obviously, Golden Gun will be my super for restoration, on top of trying to get rid of champions a lot faster, but you can choose whatever you want. If you want Frost Armor, which is a lot stronger than restoration, you can use that. Acrobat Stride should make myself Radiant and my team, instead of having to use a fragment for Facet of Dawn in that section. Thread Spike to sever them, right? Bring down the type of damage they output. Arc Bolt Grenade, I think, works best, especially if you're going to use Facet of Mending, so you can get that extra cure every time you defeat enemy, and it's great against all shield types. So if you don't have a certain weapon to take down a shield, that works extremely well. Obviously, key aspect here, Ascension and Stylus Executioner for that invisibility, to make it a little bit easier to dunk the balls. Even though it didn't help me that much, you know, I was able to still use it, and obviously very helpful in any type of hard content in general. So now let's talk fragments. Facet of Hope. While you have an elemental buff, your class ability regains more quickly. Very much needed for this build, so we can get Ascension back as fast as possible. Facet of Protection, common sense, right? A lot less resistance when there's combatants around you. A must for pretty much any build. Facet of Purpose, Restoration is why I have this on, because of Golden Gun, but if you want Frost Armor, which is much better, you can add that. I just prefer Golden Gun to help me with the champions. Facet of Dominant, this is specifically for my Arc Grenade, so it can jolt targets, but if you want, you can put a Void Grenade to weaken targets and do more damage a lot quicker, but I prefer the Arc Grenade because of this. Facet of Mending, you do more damage with the Arc Grenade on weaker enemies, and it'll just cure you a lot faster. Sort of, you know, a sort of safe keep. You don't have to have this. You can put whatever you want on here. If you want to go on ahead and put Facet of Blessing to help your team, you can obviously do that also. So not necessary, just because you are getting restoration and recuperation once you hit Ascension to pick up those orbs. So like I said, cure is not really necessary. Facet of Mending, you don't have to have it on there. You can actually have Facet of Solitude, which is another great fragment. I do go back between cure and that. In the last Nightfall, I did use Facet of Solitude more than I did use cure. But that is it, guys. That is the build. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'm looking forward to playing the next one. Here's a little bit of the Tablet of Ruin. Nothing crazy here. Obviously, a couple of arc things there. You can look at that. Won't talk too deep into that. Honestly, sometimes I even forget to mess around with my artifact, but some of the things you want, obviously, particle reconstruction for your linear fusions is an absolute must. Flashover, because, you know, you do get that bolt charge. What's the other one that I have here? Basically, you want to have all the arc ones here. You know, Disruptor Spike, right? So we're going to be severing and exhausting enemies. You want to have this on here, and this is the other one, Photonic Flare. So basically all the arc ones for this build specifically. But pretty much that is it, guys. Hope you like the build. Hope you like the gameplay, and I look forward to sharing more with you on the next GM Nightfall. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go on ahead and show you a quick glimpse of my mods here, and I'm gonna leave it at this section. And like my beautiful goddaughter loves to say,
like and subscribe.
until the next one, keep on gaming.